So, Rory, you guys are starting a title defence on the weekend. How are you feeling about this season?
I think coming into this season, the issue has been complacency in our pre-season, so not to be complacent. I think a lot of people obviously are always trying to be fitter than the last pre-season or the last season, but I think it's really been on our minds that we've actually improved. I think everybody's really hungry to kind of go back to North Sydney all this week with the grand final. Memory's still really fresh.
How was that feeling after that game last year, after such an emotional year for you guys as well?
I think it just really kind of made everything worth all the nights, late nights training. Really made it worth it. But it was so, I almost can't even remember it, to be honest. It was so quick, and there was so much elation, especially for Wardy, Sam Warder, captain, and all that emotion. It was just really, everyone was just ecstatic. I think it just kind of felt like it lasted a long time, but it was just really quick. But it was great.
And I guess after a season like that and finishing it so successfully, how strong does that make the bonds between the guys who played together?
During the grand final, during that week, we always said that group would never be the same again. But I think actually, luckily, it's stayed together and it's really formed a lot of lifelong friendships. A lot of guys, have gone over, spent a lot of the holidays together, and a lot of the pre-season is stuck together. So I think they'll form lifelong bonds from it.
And you mentioned you guys have stayed pretty much the same. Do you feel like you have a bit of a target on your back though coming into the season?
Yeah, I was just talking to some of the guys about the shield was slipping out of my hand in the photos. So obviously now we're the hunted. Last year we could sneak up, on a few people and try and win with people thinking we were usually maybe a 5th or 6th place team. But now every week teams won't have any excuse not to get up for the game. And so that will really be a challenge, but it's good and we love that.
Ron, the week of round 1 Shute Shield, how excited are you to get back into club footy?
Yeah, it's really exciting. Had the 2 trials, had Easter break off, so it's really good to sort of put the work we've done in the pre-season into the coming games. Got Rob Taylor, new head coach, so we're really excited just to get into it.
What kind of changes has he brought in the pre-season?
Sort of still the hard work principle that sort of we pride ourselves on at uni, but a lot of skills, sort of some of his New Zealand philosophies of rugby, which are really interesting and sort of have paid some good dividends in the last few games.
I guess you guys probably didn't quite have the year you wanted to have last year. Are you confident that you guys can bounce back and get back into the finals?
Yeah, it was incredibly disappointing last year, but in saying that, this is a new 9 months of the competition. It's a new Shute Shield, so we're not holding on to any sort of grudges from last year. It's a new group of boys, new coach. So no grudges from last year.
And just lastly, I think you might have a Wallaby coming off the bench on the weekend. How exciting is that to have those guys come back to the club and be a part of the team?
Yeah, I think Fanga's playing at half or so. So that'll be good. We've got a young squad, so he'll impart a lot of wisdom into our 9s and 10s, and just in general, his sort of being on the rugby field. He's a really good bloke, and we're really happy to have him.
So thanks so much, Ron, and good luck.
Thank you.